What's up, everyone? Mr. NoobTube Gamer, giving you guys another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War gameplay commentary. And in today's video, I'm gonna say something that is probably gonna piss a lot of people off. I actually think that this video is gonna have one of the worst like to dislike ratios in my entire channel. So that's gonna be fun. But it is what it is. You know, I'm not afraid to say what needs to be said, even if people aren't gonna like it. So here it goes. I think Cold War is a much better game than Modern Warfare. Now, does that mean that I think that Cold War is good? Hell no. Cold War is a terrible game also. So, yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of hate from Modern Warfare and Cold War fans for making this video, but it still has to be said that Cold War is at least better than Modern Warfare, which is by far the worst game in Call of Duty history. I mean, it's not even close. And I'll admit it, I had a lot of fun in this gameplay because the skill-based matchmaking wasn't fucking me over. I got into a really easy lobby, and no, I wasn't reverse boosting, but what happened was that the last 10 games I had before playing in this shit, I was getting my ass destroyed. Like, I was barely pulling a 1 KD every single time. I even went negative a couple of games. So, full disclosure, like, you know, I'm making good plays and I'm doing really well in this game, but that's only because the skill-based matchmaking worked in my favor this time around. But that's the thing, like, without the skill-based matchmaking, Cold War is actually pretty fun. I like the gunplay, I like the weapons, the M16 is fucking amazing. The maps, you know, that's a different story. I'm not too crazy about the maps. Like, this map, Satellite, I kind of like. Like, it kind of grew on me at first when it first dropped. I'm like, oh, this map kind of sucks because you got so many head glitches and all this shit. But, you know, the thing is that I kind of grew to like it a lot because once I got to learn and understand the map, I'm like, you know, this is actually kind of fun. So, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, people talk about Modern Warfare, how great it looks, how great it sounds, and the weapons are more tactical and realistic. You know, to try to say that that means it's a better game than Cold War. No. Like, even if all that shit is something that's, like, really important to you, like, you care so much about how a game looks and how a game sounds, the actual gameplay is horrendous. And that's not necessarily the gunplay and, you know, all that shit, because they did put a lot of time and effort into making that very smooth in Modern Warfare, right? They had a brand new engine, they had a whole bunch of shit they were working with. But the thing is, it doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game, right? So, if you are a fan of Rainbow Six Siege and Battlefield, Modern Warfare is a great game for you. But if you're a real Call of Duty fan, you understand that it's one of the worst games this series has ever had. Even if you didn't have the strict skill-based matchmaking, even if, like, everything else was good, if it was better balanced because, you know, everyone's just running around with the fucking MP5, like, even if, like, all that shit was resolved, dead silence being a perk, it's still fundamentally not a Call of Duty game. I mean, yeah, you have kill streaks, you have perks, but at its core, it's not a real Modern Warfare game. It might be a Rainbow Six game, it might be a Battlefield game, but it is certainly not a Call of Duty game. It doesn't deserve the title Call of Duty, definitely not Modern Warfare. It's no Call of Duty 4, that's for sure. And, you know, and that's the thing, like, I think it's really telling that whenever I make a video talking about Modern Warfare and why I don't like it, you have so many fanboys defending the game in the comments saying, well, yeah, Team Deathmatch sucks because, you know, I talk about how I hate TDM. They're like, yeah, but you're playing the wrong game modes. This is really fun for objective modes, like Domination and Search and Destroy. People keep talking about S&D and how great that is in Modern Warfare. Like, you guys are completely missing the point I'm trying to make. I don't come to Call of Duty for that shit, like for objective gameplay and tactical gameplay. Like, that's not what I come for Call of Duty. I come to kill people and go on streaks. That's literally the only reason why I play Call of Duty. You can call me a casual, you can call me whatever you want. I'm a fucking noob-tuber, after all. So, I'm not ashamed of the fact that I'm a little bitch and I'm not very good at the game. Whatever. Like, I'm not trying to impress people with my gameplays like all these other try-hard motherfuckers on YouTube are trying to do. Oh my god, I got 4 nukes in one game. I got a quadruple collateral, 360 no-scope. I don't care. Like, my whole channel's never been about me and about how great I am at the game or about my gameplays. It's always been about the games themselves. Like, you know, like, that's what I do on my channel. Other people, they just care about impressing people online, about how great they are at video games. That just isn't my thing. What I love so much about Call of Duty is how casual and laid back it is, or at least how it was, compared to other FPS games. Think of the most popular non-Call of Duty FPS games, like Battlefield, like Rainbow Six, even Overwatch, like, where you kind of need to know a little bit more about what you're doing, and you have to have a better understanding of the game in order to do well. But Call of Duty, it's literally just pick up the fucking gun and shoot people. I mean, I know it's a little bit more involved than that, and there is obviously a skill gap. That's why skill-based matchmaking is a thing, but it's not nearly as high as these tactical FPS games. And it's not even to say, like, Modern Warfare is a hard game. I mean, but that's, like, what I hate about both of these games, is that they try to make these games super sweaty and super competitive with the skill-based matchmaking. So Cold War is still an awful game. I'm not trying to say, oh, Cold War is actually a really good game. There's a reason why the last Cold War commentary I made was like 2 months ago. I hate this game too. So like when we're comparing Cold War and Modern Warfare, it's like saying, what would you rather have? Would you rather have exploding diarrhea that is so intense that your toilet can't even contain it? There's a shit flying out like a volcano, all over your walls, all over the floor, and blood is just pouring out of your anus. It's a really bad time. But would you rather have that, or would you rather be eating, like, your favorite food in the entire world? Think of your favorite food ever that you love so much. But one day you're eating it, and in the middle of you chewing, you just start puking, and before you know it, your favorite food is sitting in a pile of vomit. And your favorite food in the whole world, you can't eat it ever again because that experience just turned you off for the rest of your life. So what would you rather have, diarrhea or vomit? I mean, both are terrible, awful experiences, but if I had to choose, I would still go with the diarrhea. And Cold War, in this case, is the diarrhea, and Modern Warfare is the vomit. I would rather just shit everything out of my ass than have it all come up out of my mouth, if I had to choose. But you guys notice I just can't be bothered with either game. I go back and play Black Ops 4, World War II, even the really old ones, like Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2. So if you're really into the older Call of Duty games and you don't really fuck with the new shit, this is the channel for you because that's pretty much all I do. I only went back to Cold War just to make this video, so don't expect Cold War gameplay too much in the future unless the game miraculously gets better. If they take away SBMM and if they fix the streak system, I'll come back in a fucking heartbeat because Cold War is a good game at its core. It's just this fucking awful SBMM and the way they handle streaks that makes it almost unplayable for me. Just those two things alone. It just ruins it. But Modern Warfare is definitely much worse. Because even the most die-hard Modern Warfare fans will admit that they don't play the game for 6v6 TDM. They don't. Because Team Deathmatch in Modern Warfare plays like ass. But if 6v6 is not your priority, if Team Deathmatch is not your priority, then it's just not a real Call of Duty game. It's not. It's just like if the Battlefield series took more of an arcadey approach. It became less of a tactical shooter and took itself less seriously, and instead of Conquest, Team Deathmatch was the main focus. It's literally like the reverse of Modern Warfare if Battlefield 6 were to do that. You know there'd be some stupid-ass people that would say, oh, the Battlefield series is evolving and it's adapting, like how the stupid Modern Warfare fans say that for the Call of Duty series. But at the end of the day, those people, they're not real Call of Duty fans. They're Rainbow Six Siege fans, they're Battlefield fans, they're Insurgency fans, but they're not true Call of Duty fans if they think that Modern Warfare is actually a step in the right direction for Call of Duty. No, it's the worst game in the series with the worst maps in the series. Piccadilly, Azure Cave, St. Petrograd, Euphrates Bridge. Most of the maps in that game are fucking horrendous. And if you think they're good, I'm sorry, but you have awful taste in video games if you think those are actually good maps. Now, that isn't to say that Cold War doesn't have bad maps also, but I would take the worst map in Cold War, which is probably Garrison. I would take Garrison over half the maps in Modern Warfare. Fuck that game. Fuck Cold War 2, but at least it's not nearly as awful as Modern Warfare was, and still is. Worst COD of all time.